How do you think your students back at home will have received the news last night?
Possibly a little bit disappointed, but I'm genuinely pleased for the winner. It's been an exciting journey, and as I say, I'm expecting more things to come in the future.
And education's a hot topic in England at the moment with the election looming and so on. What strikes me is that a lot of you guys up there last night, I mean, you've kind of forged a way on your own. You've done it outside of maybe conventional paths. What do you think that says perhaps about education in the UK at the moment? I mean, is it underfunded? Is there enough funding going into training teachers?
I think there are plenty of opportunities out there for teachers to get involved in projects. So I don't necessarily blame government policy at all. I think the opportunities are there, but it does require lots of work on top of what you do. And teaching is it's a very rewarding job, but it does take a lot of hours to do properly.
But are you worried about the prospect of increasing cuts in the UK to teaching and to the education budget?
I'm very concerned about the cuts to FE because I think the 11 to 18 and 5 to 18 in schools has been protected, but further education does seem to be outside of that ring-fenced area, and that is a concern.
Further education, you mean university education?
No, further education is 16 plus basically in colleges and in sixth form colleges and the big general FE colleges. So I teach at an FE college in Middlesbrough, over 10,000 students of all ages, and sometimes the colleges pick up the problems of people not underachieving at school and help turn the lives around of those people. So I would like to see further education treated in the same way as lower down in the age range.
So that would be your kind of message to the politicians running now for trying to attract teachers' votes would be, don't cut too fast.
Yes, absolutely, because I think further education is as important as any other stage of education. They do call it the Cinderella sector for reasons that are quite historical, and I think that the budget should be protected as much as it can be.
And Tony Blair yesterday, you might have seen, mentioned some comments about how teachers needed to be more aware of problems of extremism in schools. I mean, is that something you've encountered and you'd have a view on?
Well, Middlesbrough College is actually taking on board those comments, and every student will receive training and advice on this, because it is potentially a problem. The North East has a big immigrant population as well, so I think it's a great idea to raise awareness of those kinds of concerns.
I mean, it comes at a time when the budgets are shrinking though, which strikes me as a bit contradictory, I suppose.
Yes, but it doesn't necessarily take a massive amount of resources to raise awareness. It's we've put it into something called our Advantage programme, so you can actually put it into existing channels that you have, tutorials, for example, to raise that awareness in students.